Look up at the night sky. On a clear night, away from the city lights, you see a breathtaking spectacle. Thousands of tiny shimmering points of light are scattered across a vast, dark canvas. Each one of those lights is a star, a sun much like our own, but incredibly far away. Our universe is filled with them, hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone, and hundreds of billions of galaxies beyond that. The numbers are so large they are almost impossible to truly comprehend. These stars are the great engines of the cosmos. They are cosmic furnaces, forging light and heat, and creating the very elements that make up everything we know. They are the givers of life, the anchors around which planets, like our own Earth, can gracefully orbit and flourish. We often think of this cosmic arrangement as a peaceful, predictable ballet. Planets follow their orbits with clockwork precision, held in a gentle gravitational embrace by their parent star. For billions of years, this celestial dance continues, seemingly eternal and unchanging. However, the universe is far more dynamic and violent than this peaceful image suggests. It is a place of constant change, of epic creation, and equally epic destruction. The same stars that give birth to planets and nurture them for eons can, in their old age, turn into monstrous destroyers. The quiet, predictable ballet can transform into a chaotic, fiery finale. So what exactly happens when a star turns on its own family? This terrifying phenomenon has a name: planetary engulfment. It is exactly what it sounds like. A star physically expands and swallows one or more of its orbiting planets, completely consuming them in its fiery outer layers. Imagine a giant, glowing balloon slowly inflating until it swallows a tiny marble that was circling it. That is essentially what happens, but on a scale that dwarfs anything we can experience on Earth. This is not a gentle process. It is a final, violent act where the planet's long journey through space ends in a blaze of glory, its matter torn apart and absorbed into the very star it once orbited so faithfully. This process is a form of cosmic cannibalism. The parent star, which once provided the gravitational anchor for its planetary system, becomes a predator. It devours its own offspring. For a planet like Earth, this would be the ultimate apocalypse. Its journey would end not with a bang from an asteroid impact, but with a slow, relentless descent into a stellar furnace thousands of times hotter than any fire we can imagine. This story of stellar destruction is not just something that happens in distant, exotic galaxies. It is a story that is deeply personal to us, because it is the ultimate fate of our very own home. Our sun, the star that warms our world and drives life on Earth, will one day become a planetary destroyer. Right now, it is a middle-aged star, about 4.6 billion years old, and is peacefully fusing hydrogen in its core. But it will not last forever. The clock is ticking, and the sun's supply of hydrogen is finite. In the distant future, it too will begin its transformation into a red giant. In about 5 billion years, the sun will have exhausted the hydrogen fuel in its core. Its core will shrink and heat up, igniting the hydrogen in a shell around it. This change will cause the sun's outer layers to swell dramatically. It will grow larger and larger, its surface expanding outwards through the solar system. First, it will swallow Mercury, the innermost planet. Then it will continue to expand, reaching out to consume Venus. And what about Earth? Our planet's fate hangs in the balance. Current models predict that the sun will expand to a size that will almost certainly reach Earth's current orbit. It is very likely that our planet will also be engulfed. Why does this happen? It is a natural, inevitable part of a star's life. Most stars, including our own sun, are stable for the majority of their existence. During this long period known as the main sequence, they are in a state of balance. The inward pull of gravity is perfectly counteracted by the outward pressure from the nuclear fusion reactions happening in their core. This balance is what keeps the star a consistent size and temperature. However, like all things, stars have a finite amount of fuel. When a star starts to run out of the hydrogen fuel in its core, this delicate balance is broken. The star's life enters a new, much more dramatic and unstable phase. The core contracts and heats up, causing the star's outer layers to expand enormously. It swells up to hundreds or even thousands of times its original size, transforming into what astronomers call a red giant. Let's picture the final moments of a planet facing engulfment. First, as the star's surface gets closer, the planet is blasted with incredible heat and intense radiation. Its atmosphere is stripped away and blown into space by the powerful stellar winds. Any oceans on its surface would boil away in a planetary-scale steam bath, leaving behind a scorched, barren rock. The side of the planet facing the star would melt, turning into a global ocean of lava. The star's immense gravity would start to pull the planet apart, creating huge gravitational tides that would fracture its crust. It is a truly apocalyptic scenario, a world being dismantled piece by piece before its final plunge. The end is a fiery descent into oblivion. The planet spirals closer and closer, its orbit decaying as it skims through the star's outer layers. Drag from the star's hot gas slows the planet down, pulling it deeper into the stellar furnace. Eventually, it is completely submerged within the star's churning plasma. The intense heat, reaching millions of degrees, vaporizes the planet entirely. Its rocks, its iron core, everything that once made it a world, is turned into a cloud of atoms. These atoms are then mixed into the star's vast convective currents, forever assimilated. The planet is gone, with hardly a trace left behind, except perhaps for a few subtle chemical changes in the star's atmosphere. The idea of stars eating their planets is not just a terrifying theoretical prediction. Astronomers have been hunting for evidence of these cosmic feasts across our galaxy, and they have found some pretty compelling signs. One of the key pieces of evidence comes from studying the chemical composition of stars. By carefully reading these fingerprints, scientists can determine the star's chemical composition with incredible accuracy. When a star swallows a planet, these heavy elements get dumped onto the star's surface, temporarily changing its chemical makeup in a way that astronomers can actually detect. Finding a star with an unusual abundance of these planetary building blocks is kind of like finding a giant's kitchen with crumbs scattered on the floor. One such element that acts as a powerful tracer is lithium. So, when astronomers use spectroscopy to find a lithium-rich red giant, it's a huge red flag. The most plausible explanation is that the star has recently consumed a large planet. That all changed in 2023. Scientists, sifting through data from various telescopes, noticed a star that suddenly and dramatically brightened over a short period. They had found the smoking gun. This groundbreaking discovery was the first direct observation of a star swallowing one of its planets. For the first time, we witnessed the end of a world in real time. Our journey through the cosmos has taken us from the peaceful dance of planets to the fiery appetite of dying stars. This process of planetary engulfment is a profound and humbling reminder of the true nature of our universe. Ultimately, the tale of devouring stars is a story of cosmic recycling. The matter of a consumed planet is not truly lost. It is returned to its parent star, which in turn will one day shed its layers back into the galaxy. This knowledge isn't meant to inspire fear, but rather a deep sense of wonder and appreciation for the precious, fleeting moment we inhabit. We are living in the long, stable afternoon of our solar system's life. And as we continue to gaze upwards, we are constantly reminded that we are part of this grand, unending cosmic story. The universe is a place of endless cycles, of majestic beauty and terrifying power, of profound mystery and awe-inspiring scale.